Hello, Star Wars collectors, and you are watching Toy Bounty Hunter.
Hey guys, it's Ewok and we're here at Heroes and Dragons in Columbia, South Carolina. Al and I have been here before, but you guys haven't. So come on guys, let's check it out.
So yeah, we usually come here, and this is a really good little store that they have in Columbia. So Ewok Yam is looking at a lot of vintage Star Wars stuff right now, so I'll show you guys what they have. And they also have other stuff here, so we're gonna check it out and see. And they also have comic books all the way over there on the other side of the store. So when you get inside of Heroes and Dragons, you'll make your way all the way to the back to the left-hand side. They have a display case here that has vintage Star Wars toys. And they have some really good action figures in here that are completed, and they are in really good shape. They have two trash compact monsters right there. The Imperial Attack Base, which is really funny to me that they named it that. And then we have the Turret with the Pro Droid. Oh man, the 1978 Sonic controlled land speeder, which is the one that moves with the R2-D2 remote. I might have to get that. That's a holy grail for me right there. Yeah, that's a heck of a find. And we have Jabba the Hutt here as well. Now they do keep other stuff in this display case. It's not just vintage toys, but it is Star Wars, so it is really neat to actually see other stuff in here. They also have a completed Falcon in here, and it has the original training ball. Now I have an original training ball myself. I got pretty lucky on finding one out in the wild. And they also have the completed X-Wing back there, which is really cool. And it works. That's pretty neat. And then we have the AT-AT here, the famous AT-AT, or AT-AT, as some people like to call it. And down here they have Vader's TIE Fighter, which also works. It has been tested, as you can see, and it is completed. Just like the battle damaged TIE Fighter over here, it has been tested. Now there's also another display case, and it has a lot of the micro stuff from the Star Wars vintage line, and these things are awesome. I don't ever really look at these things, but I do plan on collecting all of these one day. If I had the money right now, I would just buy all of these sets and just walk out of here with them. That's awesome. That is the Han Solo and Carbonite. Look at the Boba Fett back there with the Stormtroopers. That's freaking neat. And then that's the Planet Hoth one, which I've seen that a lot, and I've seen it completed a lot, but it's really cool to see this, man. I wasn't really into the micro stuff, but I'm starting to fall into it. And then we have another X-Wing right here. Now, they don't just carry vintage Star Wars, they also have other Star Wars action figures here as well. So you can always check out the other stuff that they have in the store. And they have a lot of the Black Series action figures here as well. So that is pretty cool. Now, I always come across these Gentle Giant jumbo action figures, but these things are always cool to see because sometimes I don't see some of these. Like that Darth Maul looked pretty cool. And I don't collect them, but they are really neat to see. And let's not forget about the famous dragon that goes through the ceiling there inside the store.
Alex, look over here. It's Wicket with a biker scout. Now look on the back. It's him. But it's Disney.
So that's really much on the vintage Star Wars stuff here, but we're going to head over to LT Toys and see what they have over there. And if not, we might come back because I might get that land speeder with the R2-D2 remote because I know that's a really good find, and I kind of don't want to pass on that. But Ewok M's doing some research on it right now.
So yeah, we're gonna head over to LT Toys, and like I said, I don't know, might come back for that land speeder because I know that I've seen that in one of our books that we have for Star Wars action figures, and that's in the book, and it is really hard to come by with the remote. So we're gonna go see what happens at LT Toys. If nothing happens there, we will come back because I don't think I'll ever see that ever again. And the remote actually still has the original sticker on it. So it doesn't have a reproduction sticker on there. All right, so we just got the LT Toys, and it's only 7 minutes away from Heroes and Dragons. So we're gonna get inside and see what they have stocked up here at LT Toys. Now I made my way straight to the vintage action figures, and this is what they have stocked inside. That's a nice looking Farm Boy Luke right there. So they had some good action figures here to look at overall. They also had a good little selection of stormtroopers there as well, so that was really cool to see. I also thought this was pretty cool. They got the Lego R2-D2 there. They had more vintage Star Wars over on the other side of the store, and a lot of these are completed, so, and they are in really good shape as far as I can see, so that's really neat. They also had this really cool Chewbacca statue from Hoth, and this was my first time ever seeing the Darth Vader jumbo size with the original vintage Darth Vader figure. That's cool. So they have a lot of the modern stuff over here on this shelf, but there is one thing here vintage that I have been wanting to get, and it is right here. But that is pretty cool. That is the original R2-D2 and C-3PO clock. That is awesome. So yeah, this is a lot of the newer stuff that they have. Well, old and newer stuff, so they do carry a lot of the stuff here. So if you guys want to buy, sell, or trade, they definitely do that here. I'm curious to know if this is original. Oh no, it's from episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Pretty cool. Thought it was an original pillow, but never mind. We just left LT Toys, and I actually left with the R2-D2 and C-3PO clock, and Ewok M got a Ewok coin, which is what, Wicket?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the collectible coins of Black Series, I think. But I didn't want to get skunked, guys. It's the only Ewok thing that I've seen besides other Black Series Ewok stuff that I don't want.
Yeah.
So.
Alright guys, I decided to come back to Heroes and Dragons because I am going to pick up the Sonic Land Speeder. So we're going to get inside and I'm going to go pick it up. And yeah, pretty stoked about this. It was on my list. So yeah, I'm going to go inside and grab this thing. That is so cool. And yep, it's all original there. So that is really cool, guys. Check that out. I'm pretty happy about this. Yeah, we don't have this, so we get to add this to our collection. Well, this thing is in really good shape, so I'm really happy about this. We're gonna get back to the house. We're about like an hour, 2 hours away, so yeah, and show you guys the haul whenever we get home. All right, guys, we are back at the house, and these are the items I ended up getting on my vintage Star Wars toy hunt. Now, the first thing that I found on this toy hunt was over at LT Toys, and it was the R2-D2 and C-3PO clock, which is original, and it's in really good condition. R2's leg on one side is more yellow, more than the rest of his body, but that's okay. And I still haven't tested it yet. I will have to put a battery in there. I did not ask if it worked or if it didn't. I just kind of want to have it because it's something that I want in my vintage collection. Now the next item is a very special item, 1978 JCPenney Sonic controlled land speeder. The remote was the R2-D2 body, and R2-D2 had technically had the little clicker here. So that was really cool. So I found this today at Heroes and Dragons. Now I have been planning to get this right here for a long time. And a couple of years ago, Ewok M and I were in California, and we went to this one little store, and the guy had like 3 items that were vintage Star Wars, and this was before we were filming. And like I said, so this was like 2 years ago, and he had just the land speeder, and he pulled out a book and he showed us that it came with the remote, and we kind of learned more about this. And at the time, he was telling me, he goes, hey, if you guys ever find one with the remote, good luck. You know, out in the wild, that is, not on eBay. So I'm pretty excited to find both of these items here on this toy hunt in this video. Now, this to me is a holy grail for me because I've always wanted the JCPenney 1978 Sonic controlled land speeder, and I'm very excited about it. And I'm really happy that the fact that this is in good shape as well. Now, I looked at the battery components in here, and it is pretty clean, so I will test it and see if I'm going to get some new batteries to do this and see if it works or not. So I'm hoping that it does. If it doesn't, well, that's all right. You know, it's old, it's vintage. And I mainly want it to go with the collection and for it to be displayed in the collection so I can look at it for myself. And, well, I'm pretty happy about it. I'm really, really excited that I came across that today. I think this was definitely the mark for the toy hunt on this adventure. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and the force be with you. Take care of my Star Wars collectors. And also, get out there and go find something for your Star Wars vintage collection. You never know what you're going to come across out in the wild.